Kate Garraway has revealed she has received negative backlash after receiving an MBE for services to broadcasting, journalism and charity. The TV presenter, 54, previously won a national television award for her documentary Finding Derek, which followed her husband Derek Draper's year-long battle with COVID. Appearing on Tuesday's episode of Good Morning Britain, Kate told how some people asked why she had been given the honor for just looking after Derek. She said, "I feel very awkward about it all, thrilled to bits and incredibly honored. But you think, me? And then you think it's not real." Kate added, "There's been a few comments since saying, why has she got this? I look after my loved one. And you sort of feel like, I haven't got it for looking after Derek. It's for broadcasting and charity work. There's lots of people you think deserve it more, it's a strange feeling." GMB's Susanna Reid brought up the issue of negative comments Kate had mentioned, saying, "You've played down the fact it's your role as a carer for Derek that might have contributed to this. I would disagree. I think the fact that you have been very open and in fact made that documentary about looking after Derek, as a representative of someone who has suffered so badly with COVID. I know there are a lot of people who have cared for someone who has suffered with COVID who are very grateful and glad that you've highlighted how hard that is. Don't diminish how important that work has been in the pandemic." Kate replied, "No, and you're right Susanna, I don't think a day goes by when people don't say that." Describing how she learned she was being given an MBE, Kate said, "So what happens, in my experience anyway, is you get a letter saying you've been put forward for an honor, don't know what, would you accept it if you did? Derek's had a bit of time going in and out of hospital recently, so I was actually with him at the time and his sister-in-law was in charge of opening letters that looked official, mainly bills, and she opened it and said, 'Gosh, I shouldn't have opened this is really exciting, you should have opened this yourself,' and I said, 'Oh, for God's sake, we need to say yes to whatever it is,' and then you hear nothing. Then there was something in the papers a couple of weeks before Christmas and I thought, well, I haven't heard, and then on the 30th I got a letter. On the outside it said it was from Buckingham Palace and it said to Catherine Draper Garraway on the outside. It also said MBE and I thought, well, they're not going to get it wrong, it must be that, and inside they just say, congratulations, very pleased to hear, really thrilled that you've got this honor, so I thought it must be true. But I still didn't quite believe it until on New Year's Eve, people started, I think it was announced with the New Year's honors list, people started to say congratulations. But it's a strange feeling because it's things that other people get. Derek was rushed to hospital in March 2020 after contracting coronavirus, spending more than a year in medical care before returning home to be looked after by Kate and their children Darcy, 15, and William, 12. Kate added that the family are currently making a second documentary portraying the aftermath of Derek returning home from hospital last year and how it affects us as a family as well as navigating the system.